Charge! Ready, and fire!
One of the most popular debates in U.S. politics today is the debate over gun control. Gun control is the argument on whether certain guns should be restricted or limited inside the United States.
The debate over gun control first gave rise in 1999 after the events of the Columbine High School shooting in Littleton, Colorado. These acts were committed by two teenagers, Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold. After Columbine, there was a lot of discussion as to where the two teenagers obtained their firearms and where criminals today obtain their firearms. Nearly 10 years after Columbine, in 2008, came the Virginia Tech shooting. This massacre also occurred on a school campus, and only 4 years after that came the Newton, Colorado shootings at Sandy Hook Elementary. As if shootings on a school campus wasn't a big enough tragedy, the issue of gun control was also brought up following the shooting of Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords in 2011, the 2012 Aurora, Colorado shootings, and most recently in 2013 following the U.S. Naval Yard shooting.
According to a recent study by the Harvard Journal, the United States of America owns more firearms per capita than any other country. And though there are a lot of shootings that have occurred recently in the United States, there is more violence in certain other countries such as the United Kingdom. In the 1990s, the Brady Bill was introduced in order to monitor the use of firearms in the United States. Very recently, there has been talk on Capitol Hill about introducing a new bill which will monitor and most likely restrict firearms in the United States. The big controversy over this subject is how many are believing that this bill will only take away the guns from the law-abiding citizens and not from criminals who will do anything possible in order to receive a firearm. So, what is my stance on this subject? I am actually against the use of gun control in the United States for the following reasons. The United States often gets a bad rep when it comes to the issue of gun control. Many U.S. citizens, as well as citizens in other countries of the world, seem to believe that gun-bearing citizens of the United States are very passionate, even borderline obsessive, about their guns. Some people seem to believe that the United States happens to be one of the worst countries filled with gun crimes. However, according to a chart shown here, the United States is labeled number 24 on this chart, under 23 other countries who have worse gun crimes than those committed in the United States. The second reason I am against gun control is that some people believe that the bill is set up in order to prevent crime in certain areas. People seem to believe that with less guns it equals less crime. However, according to this photograph, it shows something different. Chicago happens to be the worst crime-related city in the United States, and yet it is number 1 in gun control laws. Along with that, in the book More Guns, Less Crime by John Lott Jr. and Bill Landis, it states that with one exception, which was the Gabrielle Giffords shooting in 2011, there have been shootings where more than 3 people have been killed. Those shootings have taken place in areas where there has been stricter gun laws. Just to wrap things up, the gun control bill, from what it looks like from right now, seems to be doing more harm than any good. Will the bill get approved? Only time will tell. It comes down to what the President and Congress decide. However, it can be seen that there will be some disadvantages to this bill being put into effect.